Hey friends, wait until a few people join us here. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and then hello Willow, as more people join, we'll uh, we'll we'll go ahead and just they can watch the video as a post later. But and Hey Chelsea, just want to say hi. Go ahead and do this week's reading with Spirit. Just taking Spirit's message to let you or give to you guys, give you some guidance for the day. One of the first things that Spirit starts out with today is talking. It's a really good time frame in terms of energy to really sit down and strategize and collaborate with those around you to work towards that big goal or project that you've been working towards. So just understand that it's a really great time for you to do this. Um, the next thing that Spirit starts off or shares is, just a great time to take time for you and to sing, dance, play, anything creative. Just remember that Spirit likes to that the playful energy. A lot of times we get so serious, and a lot of times uh, the that energy that we want to stay in, that high vibrational frequencies, are usually in that playful area. So just remember it's a great reminder just to take time to do whatever it is that raises your vibration. So, and the next thing that I'm being told is travel, explore, do whatever sets your soul free. And that's a great, especially with summer here for so many. Everybody, of course, is traveling, vacationing, but more importantly, regardless of what the weather or the time of year is, do what it is that excites you. What excites you? And that's sometimes I know that it can be more of a difficult question for some. I've had a lot of people say, "Well, geez, I don't even know what it is that I'm interested in anymore." Sometimes my interests have changed. Go and find something that's interesting for you, whether it's a painting class, a cooking class. Maybe it's traveling this summer. um, get out there and figure out what it is. And the last thing Spirit shares today is this: to the persons that is being affected by what feels like the lower left leg, predominantly in the shin area. Just know that healing light and love is being sent to you. So, and that kind of wraps up in a nutshell messages from Spirit. Just wanted to go, hi Shannon. Breck, hello. Um, okay, thanks for everybody commenting over there. It's nice to see that. One of the things, from week to week, what I've been talking about is some big things I've been working on, and I can't reveal a lot of the things yet because I'm still working on them. They haven't come full circle yet, but there's a few things that I can. One that I'm really excited to share, and some of you may know this, is that started collaborating on a book, and which is so exciting as far as getting that ball rolling, if you will, and started going down that road. So it's going to be exciting. So I can't wait to share that book with you all. As more comes along in the process, perhaps we can do something where I share parts of that book. So we'll once we get a title and everything, then we'll share that. like I said, we'll share what I can when I can. The other thing that I want to share, and actually I've run into a little roadblock, and I was scratching my head, and one of the things I thought, why don't I turn to Facebook? And since I have so many great friends out there on the Facebook land, is if any of you are a booking agent, entertainment agent, there's a project that I'm working on, and I would really like to collaborate or talk with you particularly. So if you have that particular skill, or maybe you have a friend or know somebody that's either a agent or booking agent or event agent, something along those lines, I'm looking at collaborating with somebody in that field. You can certainly email me at dean@deanmcmurray.com, and we can talk about that more in detail. So, like I said, if you know somebody, or maybe you or your company does that, certainly send me an email and we can discuss that further. So, I figured I would reach out and ask that. So that's awesome. Does anybody have any questions since we have a little bit of time? I'm actually taking a little bit of time this morning. Got back from the gym. We're actually hosting a graduation this weekend in our home. It's not our children that are graduating. It's a friend of ours. His son is graduating, or has graduated, I should say. We're just hosting the party, so I got to do a little garage cleaning. However, I thought prior to cleaning, I would jump in real quick and do this week's reading, community reading for you all. If anybody has any questions real quick, I'm not going to do any individual readings at this time, but if anybody has any general questions. Okay. I haven't had any signs from her. Why? Okay. So a great question from Shannon. My child died 21 years ago, and I haven't had any signs from her. Why? One of the things that, and I take it, I'm just understanding, of course, without a lot of dialogue back and forth, I'm going to understand that you have probably asked multiple times for a specific sign. Sometimes that there is what I would understand is there's always different reasons. However, if you're looking for show me a purple, well, I'll just use an example, show me a purple dinosaur, or show me a feather, or show me something like that. Sometimes that is also a reestablishment of a new type of relationship, what I would call. And and I've heard this actually this week, not just by myself. I've actually seen other posts and different things by some other mediums, and it actually seems like it's been a common theme this week and last week. However, the thing that is that I'm understanding is that everybody posts saying, well, just simply ask for a sign, simply ask. And I've had clients say the same thing. It's been so long and I haven't had any sign. And here's what I understand. Here is what I have come to understand. It's not just as simple as all the time. Because this does not fit the 100% rule. Is yes, by all means, is ask for a sign and trust that you're going to receive it. However, not all the time do you, and a lot of people get very frustrated, and which Shannon was sharing, and I can understand that piece. But the other piece to that is that I understand is that there is a piece within us that is holding something, and there is no magic pill, so to speak. But it seems like at some point when you continually ask, even if understand it's been 21 years, sometimes it takes some coaching from outside sources. Sometimes it's not, maybe in Shannon's excuse me, in Shannon's case, maybe that's not how maybe your daughter wants to communicate. There could be so many more different ways that spirit wants to communicate with you. So you have to look at things outside of just signs. But a lot of people do, and everybody hears of people asking for a sign, saying, show me a sign or show me a specific sign, and they receive it. And I can completely understand, because I've been in the same boat, that I ask for a sign and not receive it, and and stay true to, um, continually asking and asking and asking, and you still don't receive it. Um, but the biggest thing with that is your relationship with spirit is to continue to trust. Okay, so I don't have any specific answers on why you haven't, Shannon. There's a lot of different reasons why. I don't know if you've had visitations in your dreams or different things, but it could be that your daughter wants to communicate in a different way. 21 years is quite a while, but it would take more, conversation on both our ends to see where you are and what kind of relationship has built um, since your child died. So, okay, Bobby asks, I'm curious if you received messages from Spirit for yourself. Uh, Interesting enough, and I do, Bobby Joe, is that's a great question. And, really, when I sit down, I don't need to sit here and write down the message. However, it helps me quiet my mind as far as, and I'll just show you very quickly, as far as my notebook. Here's my little notebook. It helps me kind of, before I kind of go live, it helps me in a sense, get out of my head whatever I was doing prior, whatever conversations I was having. And these messages are for me just as much as they're for you. Okay. So I would be silly if I'm not heeding my own words that I am um, sharing with you all, because this is a generalized message, and um, whoever it hits home for, that's who it was intended for. That's what I trust. So if I read what Spirit had me write, or what the words that Spirit gave me, and if hits home for me, I it would behoove me to pay attention to those. If not, that's my own fault. So yes, Bobby Joe, is I do get messages from Spirit for myself. Now, not just on the weekly thing as well. A lot of times, as far as through my intuition, of course, I'll be getting messages. I'll be getting synchronicities. A great funny story, actually. Uh, for some of you know that I love to fish, and I have a little fishing boat, and I really came to the realization that I haven't used it in many years, so I decided to this year just to sell it. And I haven't posted it on any website. I haven't posted on Craigslist. Because one of the thoughts, I need to clean it up and that piece. And interesting, a gentleman showed up last night, and I asked him what he would like, or what he was there for, and he said, "Well, for your boat." And I said, "Well, how did you know it was for sale?" And he said, "Well, it was posted on Craigslist." And I was arguing with the gentleman. I said, "It is not posted. I haven't posted it. I did not personally post it." And I know my wife hasn't posted it. And so what it's interesting, he's thinking about it, obviously, but it was interesting. And sometimes we just kind of looked at each other, and just living this life, as far as living so closely in relationship to Spirit, and always a daily journey, listening to your intuition, and playing with energy. You open yourself up to synchronicities similar to that, where people will just show up because the power of thought, and did the different things they always tell you about. Your thoughts are so powerful, And it's interesting when you put those thoughts out, people just show up, and it's like, what the heck? I didn't, it's better than the internet. So that's one of the things. So, I understand that, uh, in a sense, that could be in a message in itself. So getting back to Bobby Joe's question is yes, I get messages all the time from Spirit, not only from my weekly but daily. Um, so and I know Chicky. Good morning, Zucchini here. Yes, good morning, Zucchini. Inside joke for all of those you don't know. Um, So Chicky asks, my auntie passed away yesterday. I'm sorry for your loss. I felt like there was a big celebration when she arrived over there. Absolutely. Not to get into a individual reading, Chicky, but yes, absolutely. And it just really feels like your aunt was and everybody else was just a big celebration. So you need to understand that, and uh, we both know that your intuition is right on with that, spot on. So trust yourself with that. But yes, I get that as well. So, any other questions before we sign off and let everybody go about their day? And it's interesting that as we get further into June, a lot of us in the United States were a lot of graduation parties. Now in the UK, there's a lot of uh, graduations as well. So, and I know even for some colleges that they're coming up with graduations. So, just want a big shout out to all the graduates out there. Congratulations on all your hard work. Um, and all the parents that now have to deal with empty nests. So, and maybe some are breathing a sigh of relief. Any other questions before we sign off? And as I stated, I'm not doing individual readings, but if you have a general reading, and because I still got a garage to clean, but that's all right. I'm kind of taking a little break prior to, as I stated, in between the gym this morning and doing some cleaning. So, okay, friends, we will catch you next week. If I don't jump on live again prior to the end of the week, I hope each and every one of you has a tremendous weekend. Stay safe, and bless each one of you. All right, take care. Bye bye.